the death penalty for the unarmed Austin Metcalf. Stab him, kill him. This is killer Karmelo Anthony. What's happening now? He's getting rewarded. He's getting rewarded for murdering a white kid. That's what's happening. It is a sick system. This is why race relations are here. And this is the legacy of Barack Obama. Killer teen Karmelo Anthony's family reveals other plans for $400,000 in legal defense funds. Get a load of this. So he's being rewarded for murdering a white kid. But here's your judge. Let me make something very clear to you. If Austin Metcalf had done the murder in cold blood, that I would be advocating for Austin Metcalf to go to prison for the rest of his life, or the death sentence, or whatever. It doesn't matter who you are. You shouldn't kill anyone in cold blood, but you certainly shouldn't be rewarded for doing that. And that is exactly what's happening right now.
Yo, what's going on, America and the rest of the world? Xander J. Hobson here, comedian, director and producer of boxing documentaries, and troll to those who need trolling. This is another episode of The Devil's Advocate, brought to you by the Brilliant Artist Movement. Folks, do me a favor, because I'm trying to grow the platform, and I think that I might got a shadow ban on my channels. Subscribe, like this video, share it, and by all means, leave a comment in the comment section, because I enjoy checking out the feedback from these videos that I make, as well as exchanging opinions and points of views with you all.
They're so desperate, it's amazing. Oh my goodness. So you guys know how much these racists love to control the narrative, okay? They love controlling the narrative, especially when it's a black victim, right? If it's a black person, they're guilty, and they will do everything and anything in their power to put that narrative out there, to try and sway the court of public opinion. They will go out and put out anything they can find of someone and say, look, he's a gang member, right? A little picture of him holding a gun. But the irony is they have Metcalf holding a gun. They have Metcalf giving the middle finger, but they don't put that out there, right? They don't put that out there. They're so deceitful and just wicked in their behavior. As I said, the lineage of evil. So now that they've come to the realization that they can't control the narrative, that black people are going, nah, we're not gonna allow you to do that, right? What they've decided to do is just lie. That's what they decided to do. They decided now to just lie on the kid.
We're in trouble in this country. We are in trouble. Here's the news. Family of killer Karmelo Anthony to buy new house and security with donated $430,000 as he's freed in Austin Metcalf murder.
So anyway, shout out to the amazing Lucas. Ever since I've been covering this unfortunate incident, that is Karmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf, I've been following the amazing Lucas's channel. Now, I don't mind telling you, there have been times that me and the amazing Lucas have not been on the same page, particularly Trump versus Harris. But when it comes to this unfortunate set of circumstances called Austin Metcalf and Karmelo Anthony, the amazing Lucas and we're right here with this. Because, for one, I cannot understand how anybody don't see it the way that me and the amazing Lucas see it. And that is, you have a bully in the name of one Austin Metcalf. He put his hands on a person, and he got himself killed. Point blank, period. Not saying that Karmelo Anthony should have stabbed him. Not saying that Karmelo Anthony shouldn't have brought a weapon on school grounds. I'm not saying any of that. Just saying, hey, you put your hands on somebody, you get what you get. Point blank, period. Now, I too have noted that a lot of people are just outright lying on Karmelo Anthony and his family. Oh, Karmelo Anthony, he brought a new house with the money from the GoFundMe for his defense fund. Oh, Karmelo Anthony, they bought a new car. Well, first and foremost, Karmelo Anthony is not buying anything. Karmelo Anthony is only 17 years old. And as a 17-year-old, you're not buying a new house, you're not buying new cars, you're not buying none of that. But again, a lot of these people making these allegations, they are so blinded by racism, unfairness, or they're just pretty much just clout chasing in a manner that would stimulate the YouTube algorithm so they can make some money. Now, in this case, I'm talking about black dudes.
But folks, we all know that Carmelo Anthony's family has raised over $400,000 after their son killed the football player and track star Austin Metcalf. But folks, we got some information now, guys. I didn't know this until like minutes ago, really. His family now, in my opinion anyway, has a BLM type of scheme. Now, of course, you guys know during 2020, BLM raised all this money, right? Some like millions and millions of dollars. Said, oh, we're going to help the black community. Now the red cents went to the black community. Now you got these race hustlers out there that have donated over $400,000 to this family. And this Give, Send, Go was actually started by Carmelo Anthony's family. Well, folks, they got other plans with this money. Yeah, to me, in my opinion, man, they have schemed people out of their money.
I said all that to say this. Since everybody wants to lie on Carmelo Anthony and accuse him of doing all these things, I think I want to lie on him. And I want to say that Carmelo Anthony, he brought a new C-17 Globemaster. As a matter of fact, not only did he buy a new C-17 Globemaster, he brought it from Iran. And you know what he did? He hired a DUI pilot. You know what? While we're being silly, let's just say that Carmelo Anthony, he brought a whole fleet of C-17s. And you know what? He hired a whole heaping of DUI pilots to fly the C-17. What the hell? It's just we're lying on the kid. Let's just lie on him outright. But on a serious note, just like it sounded silly when I said that Carmelo Anthony brought a C-17, and it sounded even sillier when I said that Carmelo Anthony brought a fleet of C-17s, it really does sound silly when a person gets on these airways and suggests that Carmelo Anthony bought a new house, a new car with the money that he has for his defense. First of all, if Carmelo Anthony is to get through this unfortunate incident that transpired between him and Austin Metcalf, he's going to need good representation in that courtroom. And he can't be out here just blowing money on foolishness like a house and cars and all of that when he's fighting for his life in that courtroom. And it's going to come down to a jury of his peers. And hopefully the gentleman that he hired as his lawyer can convince enough of those people on that jury that Carmelo Anthony did, in fact, act in self-defense. From the research that I've done, Carmelo Anthony's family is living under the threat of imminent danger because there's a lot of hostility surrounding this unfortunate set of circumstances. Carmelo Anthony's family had to rent a house because they were afraid of people coming and storming their house and doing harm to them as a result of this. Carmelo Anthony's mother and father are both professionals, and they're pretty well off. Carmelo Anthony's family have not used the money from the GoFund. Those are the facts surrounding this matter as a result of the research that I've done. Carmelo Anthony's family, they haven't used the GoFund money to buy houses or cars. Carmelo Anthony's family plans on using the money for his defense. So, this is what I was thinking about. There's no need for this video to be long. A lot of people were saying a lot of silly things about Carmelo Anthony and his family and what they did with the money they raised for his defense. So I figured I'd be silly and say that Carmelo Anthony brought a C-17 and hired a DUI pilot. So, this is where I was at, and now that I added my nonsense to this nonsense, which is the false accusations against Carmelo Anthony, I'm done with it.